Hi, I'm Echo Freer and I'm going to be reading from my new book Toxic Treacle, which comes out on October the 19th, 2011. Chapter 1, Boys Out on the Town. Mickey Gibbon, better known as Monkey on the streets, pulled the hood of his jacket over his head and stretched a blue and white checkered scarf upwards to cover his nose and mouth. "Who is it?" his friend Tragic whispered as they reached the plaza in the centre of town, the meeting point for several Brotherhood turfs and always an area to be treated with caution. "Dunno, can't catch the vocals," Monkey replied, stuffing the football he'd been carrying up the front of his hoodie. Their dark clothing could easily go unnoticed in the shadows, but the white of the football would attract attention, if not from rival Brotherhoods, then from security. Monkey craned his neck to try and catch a glimpse of something that could identify the group occupying the town centre. He dodged back against the wall quickly as the sound of a gunshot resonated round the plaza. "Shilts," Tragic muttered. "Were they aiming at us?" The use of profane language by pre-breeders had been outlawed by the Assembly on the grounds that a foul mouth was the sign of a foul mind, but most of the adolescent males had developed their own expletives for use in times of extreme stress, and Tragic was no exception. Monkey shrugged. "Can't tell." He wrapped his fingers round the knife in his pocket. He carried it for protection, not that it would be much use against a gun. "Wait here," he whispered, moving slowly out of the shadows. An electric billboard above their heads was buzzing erratically. It showed two smiling females with their bubs and bore the slogan, "Nurturers know best." Next to it, a recently posted flyer supporting the Unity Party in the forthcoming general election had been pasted over the top of several missing persons posters. It was torn and flapped annoyingly in the icy breeze. Monkey ripped it off from the bottom and tossed it aside impatiently before peering round the corner to spy on the action in the square. A gang of about a dozen pre-breeders was gathered on the steps of the town clock, their faces concealed beneath dark scarves. It was crucial that Monkey identified the colour of the scarves. In the unlikely event that they were wearing blue and white checkers like he and Tragic, the Brotherhood in the square would be Mooners, pre-breeders from Moonstone Park, the professional nurturing zone to the northeast of town, and the boys would be safe to cross. If not, they would have to go home by a circuitous but equally dangerous route crossing several other Brotherhood territories. Monkey screwed up his eyes to focus on the figures silhouetted against the large illuminated plasma boards that flashed constant images across the plaza. Images of mothers and children, their slogans preaching the post-war ideals that Monkey and Tragic had grown up with. "Sow the seeds of love today and reap the harvest of compassion tomorrow. Respect breeds respect. Love can heal the world. A happy child makes a happy society." A loud jeer went up from the square as another shot rang out and sparks flew from the largest screen before it flickered and died. Monkey indicated for Tragic to back away. He thought he'd caught a glimpse of a red scarf, although he couldn't be sure. In the dim light it could have been brown. Either way, it wasn't a checkered one that would have meant safety. So if you want to know what happens next, you'll have to look out for my next video link.